You are now listening to a new episode of Man, Shut Up. I am Wally World. Check this out. We are now at episode 7. Siete. Feel me? And I want to get straight to the point because there's no point of me sugarcoating it for you. And the title of this one is Honest John is Dead. Kind of reminds me of Kenny back in the day. But Honest John is dead. What do I mean by Honest John? And matter of fact, who the hell is Honest John? Honest John is that being inside of your body that is always fighting its way out. Honest John is the one that you gotta push him to the corner before he finally rears his head. And it's in all of us. Now again, before I start, I always said that Man Shut Up is a man's man of podcasting, which means if you got feelings, it may be best for you not to turn it off right now, because you don't listen to this anyway. And for the ones that do, we salute you. But let's get back to it. Honest John is dead, but Lion Leslie is alive and well. Because society and culture has told you that a little white lie ain't hurt nobody, which gives you the time to gauge what's a little white lie. It never gave you the definition or the percentages of what's a white lie. Thus, we use those in so many forms. Lion Leslie is the one that'll tell you, I'm not insecure. I just care for you so much. I'm overprotective. Honest John says, no, you are insecure and jealous. We know how that can go in anybody's life, a man or a female. Honest John is dead because now the culture of being original, being authentic, is outdated. But nobody can copy your Honest John inside of you. But Lion Leslie, you learned that from somewhere else. Honest John means you don't care what no one thinks. You don't care what no one knows or feels, because it's just something inside of you that just brung you to the forefront of the truth. You don't know how you got it. And for some of you, you researched it, but you got the truth. But that Lion Leslie will jump in and make you start giving benefit of the doubts. Start becoming a victim. Have you whining and complaining. And you don't know why. Because Honest John is dead. And for a man, it's very hard for us to be Honest John, even though the Lion Leslie will still tell you to give them the honest truth. But Lion Leslie cannot take the truth. Is that a setup? Of course it is. Of course it is.
Hell yeah.
Because one thing about Honest John, he don't give a damn who's on the block. He thinks his grass is greener than everybody else's. I'll take a drink on that. That's some good cognac. What do I mean again, Wally? I mean it's hard for a man to be honest to his lady. These days, honesty is hard to portray in front of the fellas. So Lion Leslie rears his head. And we see it daily. Side note, how many times have you read a status and you read it? I seen her naked, those titties drop to her kneecaps. Side note, how many times have you read a status and you read it from a person that you know they're Honest John inside themselves and said, How many times, fellas, have we looked at a woman and looked at her status and her pictures and said, she's not built like that. She's not showing her Honest John. I know how big that stomach really is, and I know how flat that ass really is. But the Lion Leslie has it poofed up on a kitchen sink. The Honest John says she's laying on an air mattress. If you were to say that in the honest fashion, that Lion Leslie will jump on top of you and suffocate you. Thus, Honest John is dead. Again, ladies, for the ones that are still being nosy, this is the part where you really want to cut this shit off. because I'm really about to get intense. The Honest John says for you as a man, I told this woman that I'm not ready to be a father and take care of this baby. I'm not in the right position to take care of this baby as I see fit and I dreamt about. I don't know what more else to do. But that line Leslie came in and said, if you were a man to have sex with me, then you should be a man of what comes out, cause that's responsibility. But then that same Honest John to say, why would I put you in that position? As if you wasn't laying in the bed neither, knowing that you wasn't prepared to be a mother neither. And it shows, because how many mothers these days are whining about the most smallest things. Example, you see a lot of mothers complaining about the virtual learning. I can't believe this. This is not good for me. Complaining about their kids not eating, complaining about their kids not having the proper clothing, and will be in the same tongue and say, their daddy ain't hitting on shit. But who was more honest? I'm not in that position. I just want to just open your minds. If you were thinking with the Honest John in yourself, you would have also known and recognized and took that man's words correctly and said, you know what? I'm not ready to be a mother neither. And I ain't even on if it's good or bad to have abortion or not, because I'm all about whatever's best for you. Your body, you do whatever you feel, but whatever. So instead, you become a victim now and you want to whine about something that was already probably told to you. And this is not for every man, because some men said, yeah, I'm ready. Let's do this. I love you. Let's make a family. The lion Leslie in himself. But the Honest John was right inside of him to say, we're not ready for this. One thing I've noticed is that the victim cry shit is getting old. Because in that same boat, a lot of women have said, I can't believe he set me up this way to keep me with these kids by myself. But those were some of the same women that I've heard information that was trying to take that condom off faster than he was that night. The Honest John is dead. Who's holding ownership on that? I don't understand how it's one-sided. Honest John is what we do on a regular basis without anyone knowing, because we know exactly who we are. But a woman would claim she never saw any signs of that man being Honest John, so she accepted the lion Leslie because she had the lion Leslie in herself by saying, I was giving him the benefit of the doubt. I wanted a family. I didn't want to be alone. And I always blame him for everything anyway, so why not blame him for everything on this one? Honest John is dead. When Honest John died, he took ownership and accountability with him. Lion Leslie brought in survival, an image of what other people would think if Honest John was still living. May it went over your head. I'm gonna give you another second while I take another sip. Let's flip the script. A woman tells you, man, that these are the things that she is looking for. She wants to be in a relationship. She wants to be a wife. She wants to have a family. And you look at her eyes and you say, with the lion Leslie in yourself, that I want the same things in return. But the Honest John in you says, I just really want to have sex. I really just want to have sex. I really want to see what those buns be like. But you would kill off your Honest John because you think that that will not work well, and she will not accept it. Not fair. We have to get back in tune to being able to communicate at the beginning before sex is involved and say, hey, what do you want? What do I want? And treat this as a business. Because what we're seeing now is a lot of people being married and literally looking at their couples and saying, I can't do this no more. When that's supposed to be the last stages and that's supposed to be for a lifetime. Those vows mean something. And all of a sudden it just seems like it's a limited time discount. Because somebody would rather put Lion Leslie in front of Honest John. Now they're going to the funeral. Meaning that they now understand that Honest John should have been in front and Lion Leslie should have died. Honest John is dead. It's hard to really be honest Because we've heard all our lives as men that tell me the truth, only to be crucified about it later. Cause they don't want Honest John. Honest John makes them put a mirror in front of themselves sometimes that they're not really look at. They start telling you it's a way you tell me. It's a way. How is there a way to tell you the truth? Should I tell you the truth like this? As if I really don't mean it. Which means I'm really just trying to put Honest John right next to Lion Leslie. Cause I gotta say it a certain way, even though I really wanna say it with the truth and conviction and really passion behind my voice to take my manhood from me. You don't believe me? There are some people out here that would rather hang with a bunch of other Lion Leslies because they don't wanna face Honest John. Only to go home at night and see Honest John laying right beside them. But that Honest John don't need cover. Think about that. Honesty is within yourself. The results are what they are. And until you ready to bring out Honest John on a consistent basis, you now found yourself. Because Honest John is your friend. Lion Leslie is just there for the moment. Honest John is the one that, in a way, that's there when you didn't have shit. But Lion Leslie is there when you hit the lotto. Does that make sense for you? I want you to think on this one. Honest John is dead. You can't be a leader without having Honest John. But one thing I've noticed in this era is that a lot of women will rather be Lion Leslies because that brings in victims. That brings in the shame and no accountability. It feels better that way. It's easier that way. Even though they've used that all their lives to only be right back in front of you. Maybe they should use Honest John more. Vice versa. Lion Leslie is the one that got you to call that man back, ladies. But Honest John is the one that has him not having a job and not looking for one. Lion Leslie is the one that had him attracted to you with his money and jewelry. But Honest John showed that that jewelry was fake and it ain't his. And now he's asking you to buy the PS5. Honest John is dead. We gotta revive Honest John in the world that we live in now. Because now everybody's looking the same. Wearing the tacky ass outfits and following everybody else. Because again, I told you, Lion Leslie is easier to do. Dig deep. Dig deep. Honest John is the same one that'll make you look at your fellow homeboy and say, tighten up, you looking lame out here. But Lion Leslie will have him riding the passenger side, not on your mental level, not on your career path. For nothing. We all do it. We all have done it. I have done it. But one day, I had to revive Honest John. And now I stand in front of you, being Honest John and telling you what the real is. Lion Leslie is the one that makes you smile and skin and grin because you're afraid to lose your job. But the Honest John said, I can't wait to clock out and find me another one. Honest John is dead. Who are you really? How much was that makeup? For you to cover it over your face so nobody can see what's really going on underneath that. Honest John is dead. Ladies, your man needs to be Honest John. But in order for him to be Honest John, you have to constantly feed Honest John. Think about that again. You can't suffocate Honest John. Or you can't just pull Honest John out the closet when you feel like it's best. Because Honest John is every day. And sometimes you're not gonna like Honest John. Sometimes you're gonna think that Honest John is not on your side. But Honest John is the best thing for you. But he can't be Honest John if you don't want to be Honest John yourself. Fellas, you can't ask for Honest John in a woman if you're gonna be Lion Leslie yourself. No excuses. Let me give you an example because I wanted to be transparent. Again, I've always said that we all have used Lion Leslie first. And Lion Leslie does not ultimately mean lying. Let's get that straight. Lying Leslie can mean fear of. You may not want to tell everything because you're afraid, or you're a person that's real private and closed in. That means you'll do anything in the world for that to come up so you don't have to express it. It doesn't mean you're lying. It just means that you're sensitive to the fact. And all that is emotional, which goes back to Leslie, lying Leslie. Get it? But Honest John don't give a fuck. Honest John want the real at all times. I've been in positions where I was so afraid to tell what I felt that I would rather be lying Leslie because it just seemed easier to do. To ultimately have to be Honest John at the end. It's kind of like the tortoise and the hare. Lying Leslie is the hare, and Honest John was the tortoise. He still ended up winning. We have to be more Honest Johns. And people don't want to understand Lying Leslie. They just accept it. Honest John wants the same thing mutual. Tell me how you feel. I'll tell you how I feel. We both walk away being equal. Being as one. Lying Leslie wants to have one up on the other person. Because the deeper the insecurity, the deeper the bullshit, the more dirt we gotta stack on top of it, if you make that sense. Honest John is dead. We have to start now holding accountability and ownership to the things that we already know. There are a lot of you baby mamas out here that are not victims. You just decided you want to change the narrative, and you only thought for half the moment that you had it. But the truth was right in front of you. Right after you said, hey, I'm pregnant. Does that mean that man was right? Fuck no. But that should have also ended the relationship if that was the case. Or it should have been adjusted at least. Now look at you. Same thing, fellas. You can't come and be a victim because a woman used you. You knew what it was. You probably built that monster with your Lying Leslie. Take her here, take her there, buy this, buy that, and now you built this monster. Now the Honest John comes out and say, wait, I ain't got that shit. You tried it, heifer. Your price tag went up. We didn't discuss this. This ain't the Dow Jones. But did you ever explain to her why? Because Honest John is dead. These are just certain topics I just speak on to just show you the difference between Honest John and Lying Leslie. Lying Leslie is on Facebook and Instagram and Twitter daily. But there's somebody in the cut that always know you're Honest John.
Ed?
Waiting for you to finally bring that to the forefront. And that's how they judge you accordingly. Even though I believe that judgment is not for the human being, but for the higher power. But I feel like judgment in this world is like being a hall monitor in elementary school. Just for temporary times. Honest John is dead. I'm giving you another moment. This right here message is for the ladies. Ladies, let your man be Honest John. It will definitely help you in the long run. You will cry some days. You will not like him. Because again, it's not made for you to like him every day. If you really know what a relationship is. You don't like your best bitch every day. You fall out with her every chance you get, but somehow, some way, y'all still, and I'll let you just finish the rest there. So again, we need more Honest Johns out here, because then we'll get some diversity. We'll get to see people really be the butterflies that they really are instead of being caterpillars in the summertime. I was always told that when you see a caterpillar during the fall, that means that they weren't granted to be a butterfly yet. They're the defect. They're the lames, they're the wash-ups. But the ones that were mature enough to be honest within themselves ended up going through the whole process. And it took patience to stay in the cocoon as long as it needed to get the ultimate results of a perfect butterfly. Again, Honest John is dead. There are so many men wanting to be Honest Johns in the house right now, but they'd rather be Lion Leslie just to make their woman smile and not start no bullshit. Do you know how many times a man will call another man and say, yo, you know what? I'd rather just chill at the crib because I don't want to hear no shit. Even though she's been out 3 consecutive weeks and talked to me like I'm just a child and disrespectful. And had the audacity to say that's compromise. Shit, that's not him being him. That's him being Lion Leslie for you. To be honest, John. No balance. Again, both have to be Honest John together. You two can still be Lion Leslies together too, but the percentages of success is gonna be trash. Honest John is dead. Vice versa, there's so many women that smile on Facebook and make this thing look real good for the kids. But Honest John says, as soon as that nigga get out of here, I'm gonna fuck the hell out of the dude across the street. Honest John is dead.
I just want some dick.
And if you don't believe me, I'm not a saint. Beginning in my life, at the beginning of my prime, a lot of me getting buns and cheeks was because a woman wanted to be Honest John. Because she was tired of being Lion Leslie to that man she told everybody she loved. I'll let you think about that. But if both were Honest John, I wouldn't even have a purpose of being around. So I decided in my life that I'm gonna always be Honest John. No matter if she hates me or not. Because I've seen it too many times in my youth. So what I'm saying to you, it may go over some people's heads. It's not made to. I hope you understand what I'm saying. Honest John is successful. Honest John is peaceful. Honest John will have you and your significant other in the bed being best friends. Lion Leslie have you in 2 different rooms, not wanting to look at each other or watch the same TV show. Lion Leslie's will have you having someone else pour into your cup while they're empty. Just want to throw it out there. So fellas, no matter circumstance, be Honest John. She may not like it right now, but she will.
You haven't heard it?
You will get your flowers later, you will. She will bash you if she's not complete. But it's your job to make queens. It's your job to make queens. They'll never tell you that, because their whole life they've been told it's okay to be a Lion Leslie. Oh, she's embarrassed, don't do her like that. Give her what she wants, don't worry about it. And probably the same king in her life that turned her into a Lion Leslie because he couldn't be an Honest John. And tell why he wasn't there. Tell why his life sucked. Tell why he couldn't get along in his own life with her mother, just to be able to take care of you and do his responsibility to make you be an Honest John. That might have went over somebody's head again, but we'll give you a moment. So you're gonna have some hard work for some of you guys. But remember what I said. If you don't remember anything else, you make queens. Don't believe me? Even if you ain't shit dude or have been one, how many times have these same women copied your swag, turned into you, said your sayings in quotes, They won't admit that. Oh, you work out now, she works out now. Oh, you decide to want to be Gucci Mane in 2006 and get bricks, but you come back with little Nick bags. She'll hide them and be a trap queen right in the closet. What I'm saying makes sense. But don't believe me. I'm just a regular dude in front of a microphone. Pause. Honest John is dead. Honest John shows love, care. Lying Leslie is only for, what can you do for me right now? What have you done for me lately? When was the last time? How many times have I done that? They keep count. Honest John never had a counter and never gave her a counter. Two different counters, if that makes sense to you. Bars. I thank you guys for listening to me. I appreciate that. If you would, please like, share, and subscribe. We know we see you watching. Hit that notification bell so you can catch up with all the content as soon as it get dropped. That's all we ask. It's for free. We're not asking you to dig ditches. We're just trying to count up the digits. Bars. And if you have a business, music, an event that you would like for me to share, hit me up, flamegametime84@gmail.com, and we can get that straightened out. Let's give you your flowers while you still living. Feel me? Again, love each other, love yourself, be mindful, and be wise. And as always, peace and love. Disclaimer, we on episode 7, so you already know we ain't worried about no feelings. And if this ain't you, if it don't apply, don't fly. And again, don't come attacking me. Just take what you can. For the fellas, again, I speak for you. So I don't need you to go back and say anything in the caption. Just let this play. She'll look at you and turn her head. She know it's real. And ladies, me and R paying attention. But if you need any help to clarify this, you can go to 1-800, go get your life. 1-800, ain't nobody talking about you unless it's true. 1-800, take a nap. 1-800, replay this and then take another nap. Because again, we ain't here for feelings. We here for truth. Peace and blessings.